Be honest. Have you ever been so wronged by someone that you caught yourself thinking, even for a split second, about revenge? Anime takes that raw emotion and dials it all the way up, into epic battles, heartbreaking betrayals, and stories where justice and obsession blur together. These are the top 5 revenge anime you need to see, and trust me, they'll hit you right in the gut. Number 5. Fist of the North Star. We start with Fist of the North Star, the 80s legend that basically wrote the book on post-apocalyptic revenge anime. Kenshiro, master of Hokuto Shinken, gets betrayed by his best friend Shin, who also steals his fiancée Yuria and leaves him for dead. But Kenshiro survives, and from that point, every raider, thug, or bandit unlucky enough to meet him gets a one-way ticket to an explosive end. Is it complex? Not really, but that's what makes it iconic. Kenshiro isn't some idealized hero, he's just surviving, carrying his grief, and trying to set things right where he can. Fist of the North Star is number 5 because while later revenge anime would go deeper, this one laid the groundwork. Think of it as the genre's granddaddy: muscles, heartache, and justice in a wasteland. Number 4. Berserk. Coming in at number 4 is Berserk, the dark fantasy that pulls no punches, literally or emotionally. The anime follows Guts, a mercenary swinging a sword the size of a small car. He finds belonging in the Band of the Hawk, earns Griffith's trust, and even falls in love. But then Griffith betrays him and the entire band in one of anime's most infamous, gut-wrenching moments. That betrayal drives Guts toward vengeance, and watching him process that trauma is as painful as it is gripping. Here's the catch. The anime only adapts the Golden Age arc. You don't get the full revenge saga, just the devastating setup. That's why it's number 4 instead of higher. Still, even with its limitations, Berserk shows how revenge can be both fuel and poison. Plus, watching Guts swing that massive sword never gets old. Number 3. Dororo. At number 3, Dororo brings us revenge with a twist of tragedy. Hyakkimaru is born without skin, limbs, or even facial features because his father sold him out to demons in exchange for power. Pretty much the worst parenting move in anime history. Thankfully, he survives thanks to a kind doctor who equips him with prosthetic limbs and hidden weapons. From then on, Hyakkimaru's mission is to slay each demon that stole his body parts, and eventually confront his father. What makes Dororo shine is how it balances action with heavy moral questions. Each kill restores part of Hyakkimaru, but also eats away at his humanity. His companion Dororo, a scrappy thief, keeps him grounded and brings levity to an otherwise dark story. It earns the number 3 spot because it's both pioneering and modern, a revenge tale that asks what you're willing to sacrifice to become whole. Number 2. Code Geass. Sliding into second place is Code Geass, a revenge anime that trades swords for strategy. Lelouch Vish Britannia is an exiled prince whose mother was murdered and sister left disabled. He blames his father, the emperor, and vows to destroy the empire. When he gains the supernatural Geass power, allowing him to command anyone once, he becomes the masked Rebel Zero and ignites a revolution. What's brilliant here is Lelouch's transformation. At first you cheer for him. He's clever, righteous, and driven. But as his obsession grows, he crosses line after line, turning from potential savior into something far more sinister. His chess-like strategies are thrilling, but they're also terrifying when you realize what he's willing to do. It's number 2 because it's revenge done smart, messy, manipulative, and full of moral gray zones. It proves that not every victim-turned-rebel is a hero. Sometimes they're just another tyrant in the making. Number 1. Attack on Titan. And at the very top, Attack on Titan. Eren Yeager's journey starts with a Titan eating his mother right in front of him. That trauma lights the fire of revenge that fuels his every move, joining the Survey Corps, swearing to kill every Titan, and protecting his friends. But the brilliance of Attack on Titan is how it twists that simple motive into something massive. As Eren uncovers the truth about Titans and the world, his thirst for vengeance grows darker. Instead of just fighting monsters, he turns his wrath toward entire nations, until he himself becomes the greatest monster of all. This is why it's number one. It isn't just about one person's grudge. It's about the endless cycle of hatred and how revenge can swallow the world whole. With jaw-dropping action and shocking moral turns, Attack on Titan is the ultimate revenge anime. And that's my top 5 revenge anime countdown. Which of these stories hit you hardest? Let me know in the comments. And hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that bell so you don't miss what's next. Thanks much for watching. I'm out for now. See you in the next one.